This section will cover a brief generational history of software, then move on to system software, followed by application software, ending with programming language concepts in 2 videos. Software has made the impossible possible and the laborious and tedious fast and easy. Learn some of the inner workings of software in this video. Hello, my name is Tim Bachalka from the Learn Programming Academy, and it's true that software has made the impossible possible and the laborious and tedious fast and easy. Follow along as we trace software's infancy to today. Software is credited with turning specific calculating machines into general-purpose computers that can be used for just about anything imaginable. In software infancy in the 1950s, its main purpose was to do all those laborious and tedious calculations at speeds no human or group of humans could ever attain on their own. In the same decade, the notion of a stored computer program, now called an operating system, would facilitate a variety of stored programs, now called application programs or apps, that perform the specific requirements humans needed the computer to do for them. This was the time when the term computer changed from being associated with humans to being associated with machines. The earliest mainframe operating systems of the 1950s emerged from IBM, UNIVAC, and Control Data Corporations, followed in the 1960s by Digital Equipment Corporation, DEC, and Hewlett-Packard for their mini-computers. The microcomputer and personal computers of the 1970s and 1980s used different operating systems including Unix, 1971 to 1973, and Apple OS, CP/M, and MS-PC-DOS, followed by the Macintosh operating system, the Mac today, in 1984-1985. The Mac OS was the first commercially available and wildly successful graphical user interface. In 1991, Linus Torvalds created Linux, a derivative of Unix, and Microsoft introduced its first commercially successful graphical user interface operating system, Windows 3.1, in 1990. Over the last 25 to 30 years, there have been many refinements to the graphical user interface for personal computing devices. iOS was introduced by Steve Jobs in 2007, and Google first released the Android operating system in 2008. Computer programming languages also emerged starting in the 1950s with Fortran for scientific and mathematical computation and COBOL for business applications. Both languages are still used today, and COBOL lines of code still running in production environments has been estimated to be somewhere close to 1/2 billion. The C programming language, along with the basic language of C++, emerged in the 1970s. Perl, Python, and Ada languages emerged in the 1980s, followed by Java, Ruby, and PHP in the 1990s. Microsoft C# was introduced in 2002. Many other languages have emerged in the last 15 to 20 years, including JavaScript, Swift, and Scala. So many programming languages, which one's best? Well, I like to look at it in at least 2 different ways. First, think of a programming language as a tool, and one tool, such as a hammer, screwdriver, or pliers, does not fit all needs, so pick the best one for the situation. And second, most of the time, the programming environment you're working at will dictate which language to use. Very few of us can know how to use every programming language, so pick which one or ones you think will be most beneficial to you today and tomorrow and go for it. Alright, so that's the end of this video. What's the difference between system and application software? Find out in the next video. Thanks for watching. Okay, here's where I meant to pump you to click on the subscribe and click on the bell notification. Do that if you want to keep updated with the videos. There's also links on this page. Who knows where they are, but you'll find the first video in the series, which might be a good thing to do if you're not watching the first one or the previous video. So click on those links, subscribe, do whatever. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.